The former finance minister as a fugitive and also a wanted person. And also we'll be addressing the unconstitutional revocation of appointment and recruitment. You recall that the Chief of Staff, through a directive to all state institutions, directing them to revoke all appointments made after December 7, 2024. And again, the obnoxious nulli prosequi that free individuals who have cases to answer in court and to the Ghanaian people. These are issues that should concern all Ghanaians, because if left, we need to address these issues in its proper perspective. They can collectively undermine the due process provisions of our laws and weaken our cherished democracy. Yesterday, Mr. Kisia Jabin held a press conference and declared Ken Ofori Atta, the former Minister of Finance, a fugitive from justice. It is baffling that a special prosecutor, a lawyer, and a law lecturer could make such basic mistake in labeling a person of interest who has not been charged and remains in contact. He is not a fugitive, and he will never be a fugitive. The OSP got it wrong. He got it wrong. Once Mr. Ofori Atta's doctors declare him fit and healthy, he will return to the country. Until then, the special prosecutor should avoid making sensational statements, provoking public emotions, and creating drama over the matter that could have been adequately resolved through correspondence. If you label your former finance minister as a fugitive, which indeed is not so, what you are doing is that it is a national embarrassment. It amounts to national embarrassment. When indeed, the length of your correspondence is just 2 weeks, and you can't wait. It's not as if the person is lost. The person cannot be traced. Again, the special prosecutor also mentioned in his press statement yesterday that the former National Petroleum Authority boss, Honorable Dr. Sheikh Mustafa Ansana, says that this act is not only 31st. Mr. Ofori Atta responded to the special prosecutor's letter through his lawyer, stating that our idea of when to proceed to Ghana. Therefore, we respectfully wish to inform you that we will notify you of his arrival to the country so that you can reschedule your invitation to him for purposes stated in the heading of your reference letter. Then on 5th February 2025, the special prosecutor responded to Mr. Ofori Atta's lawyer, stating that the OSP declines your request to be away from the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds based solely on your statement. You are required to indicate by the close of business on Monday, February 10, 2025, a reasonable date for your return to the jurisdiction and attendance to the OSP. If you fail to do so, the OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure your return to the jurisdiction and your attendance to the OSP in our discretion. Let me make this reference quickly. You recall that there was also another matter the OSP was investigating. The famous Airbus, the intermediary 1, intermediary 2 to 5 issue. Mr. Kissie Jabin told us in August last year that he traveled all the way to UK to interview Sam Mahama, John Mahama's brother, intermediary 5. So what stopped him from doing same to the former minister? This is somebody who is saying that I'm seeking medical attention. The health facility wrote a letter to the OSP. It was signed, dated, and it was an authentic letter. So if you think that you need a person badly for your investigation, just as you travel to UK to interview Sam Mahama, what then stop you from doing same to former finance minister? What is so urgent that you cannot wait? What is so urgent that if you could have waited 2 years before he interviewed Sam Mahama in the famous Airbus issue, then why this haste? And even if you do the calculations, we are talking about just within the space of 2 weeks. So you request the presence of somebody, the person say that I'm out of the jurisdiction for medical attention. You have received letters from his lawyers. You have received letters from the hospital signed by a medical doctor. And all of these correspondence is just within 2 weeks. Then, quickly, you label the person as a fugitive. Very, very bizarre situation. On February 7th, 2025, in a reply to the special prosecutor's letter of February 5th, Mr. Ofori Atta's lawyer stated, "Please find the attached document indicating that our client is receiving attention at the Mayo Clinic in the US. It outlines his appointment and suggests a date after March when our client may be able to return to Ghana. A date after March. March is just next month." The letter from Mayo Hospital stated that Mr. Ofori Atta was undergoing further testing and management, including possible surgical intervention in March 2025. The hospital's letter provided reliable contact, a doctor's name, the department name, a phone number, a reliable email address. It was also stamped Mayo Clinic authentic document with a signature and a date. Nonetheless, the correspondence between the OSP and the lawyers on February 11th, 2025, 12 men, including 1 police officer, 4 military personnel, and 7 unidentified individuals in plain clothes, raided Mr. Ken Ofori Atta's home. Video footage of the raid reveals that one Richard Japa, a third accused in the famous ambulance trial case, accompanied the men into the residence of Mr. Ofori Atta, all armed to the teeth. Ladies and gentlemen, the OSP is being unreasonable considering the ongoing communication between Ken Ofori Atta and the OSP office concerning his health. Additionally, the treatment letter from the Mayo Clinic should demonstrate that he is indeed receiving care. My little knowledge in law reveals that if somebody is declared a fugitive, it means that person cannot be reached, cannot be traced. You don't even know where the person is. And at least you give yourself a reasonable time after a search. In any case, the OSP lacked that power to declare anybody wanted. It is only the court that can do so. If the special prosecutor's letter from January 24th had prompted Mr. Ofori Atta to leave Ghana, the OSP might be justified in harboring suspicion. However, Mr. Ofori Atta was already out of the country well before OSPs contacted him. He traveled on the 2nd of January, and your letter to him came in on the 24th of January. So how could the man be labeled as a fugitive when he was already in the country? Indeed, he was not even the finance minister about 8 months before the elections. And you, Mr. Kisejabe, prosecutor, a friend said, for in Shemudi. And said, for in Shemudi, Ofori. Or say, Yera can Ofori Atta or your former finance minister will declare wanted, will be a free attentive. Abushafo Yera can Ofori Atta Bosumi Echemu Adana Tosubi no free or men or every chief of staff Yama Mifrimao. Ebra Yera chief of staff of Fra or we buy Yera Judo Debra buy. Osa Chok Kata as hard man. Say oh we free or my mona so here be information be. San say the Dibra no do a bemwa. Obenhiano ewo a year provided a point of a password, the Bemano, and then Abesu, email, in the Adinian address, the baby and phone number. I am 24th, and a special prosecutor out on the cat as we have. Now, I see that two more. You're not going to write a lawyer for a trouble. Say a woman 2.2 gratitude. Kako Sumi no 2. Enti no o hwet na mpom ni na yaresa enti o baba o si da go nti o hwase enti no o mfa ebre a baba enga o mu kan ya na afi hospital krampa Yera kan Ofori Atta wo o mu to kata e de bre o se aha no ho o hwehwe na agu wa eni na enu ani nansa eni emu se asrafo eni opani ba ko a e fe no japa e di eni mu a o makọ Yera kan Ofori Atta fi akoye to trust mabra emrabia ma ho kwan awura dem hono ensem fata Yera special prosecutor embeka assembly ntia wose wo hwehwe Yera kan Ofori Atta wo hono na no na ya asefem san se ya kase obi kan ya frimra wona se ni ba no hwe na kisa kwan kra wo hono wa yira ni chi Yera kan Ofori Atta eko wasre kwan okoya wasa trokata asre kwan Ohonzo na lawyer for Duka, Edi, and Sawoso. Was I cried the hospital all Konoka cat as a papa. Last year, a brother special prosecutor could hear Airbus once. Who's who here open your baton, you're a Mahama near baton, none didn't come. Offer blame, Elbow Yuki, and no good income. It is a open set whom prayer. I didn't know for play now from hospital and now some boyfriend. Near whom is a near Yera special prosecutor here. Eye adia entwaye ensem fata sebe Yera kan Ofori Atta onwane ko bia na mamenkesi so bia to say MPP party and your members and obi a ma wa ban obi a ye nwane em free atenten na emo se ye fa kwati kwan na ye de enimguase kwan bi oyaw kwan bi na ye de pese ogu obi enu mu ase Sanse we bianka ye no na se na me na wotwe mienu pe na no bi cho kata afi office wo hwe ni pada wo asamo a asifim ebiem so ahia ye bani ba kwa ono so MP Dr. Sheikh Mustafa Hamid ono so special prosecutor e bo ne din ga se o ono so e ya under investigation and ni me bia koso ayi hwim Yera Mustafa Hamid ni sanka krata bra Ebra wo gyina simpie so na se trofo di nkomo a wo kan sa asem bra na oni mo hwe on kan bibia kire onye bibia bato bo ni din enye sa na ye aduma na ya kan ya kwese bia wo so boni pani din na wo di gudu mu fia na se o aso so kan se bi se wo hwe na wo hu na enye no kre the new patriotic party your members omo asom ewo abanye etwa mu ye jemradi ye bumra ye nwane mfira tentene ne ho na emu Say ye fa kwatu kwan bi ne gu ni pene mu ase ne ye ka ase ma enye no krede ye ni ntum. Say ye fa kwan bi so se ye pese ye de nhunhuna bi eba bia kwan mu de ye ni ntum da. Na emu no de we are ever ready. Ya ye krado se ye beso say ye ne aban juma ko bia o ye hwemu bia ye ne be juma. Ne to so mienu na no ye koda soro ye nso a Openi Julio Debra say Ghana fo a ya fo mo adwuma